We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to study about the chapter number 3 in basic mechanical engineering, and the name of the chapter is property of gas. Okay, so here I share one presentation about the property of gas. Okay, so first of all, I would like to ask one question. What is the difference between gas and vapor? So I think you study in chapter number 1 introduction. What is the difference between what is if the liquid is converted into vapor? It is called the evaporation. Okay, so if the evaporation from the liquid state, if it is complete, okay, then it is known as a gas. So if the evaporation from the liquid state, if it is not complete, then it is known as a vapor or steam. So first we study about the property of gas, and after we study about the next chapter, property of steam. So is it a basic difference? Now, as you study in the 12th science that there are different type of laws in gas. Okay, the basic is here the various topic we cover in chapter number 3. Okay, Boyles law, Charles law, combined gas law, and after other 5 processes are there, and it is known as a non-flow process. So first is a Boyles law. So whenever someone asks about the Boyles law, then you can prepare the equation, otherwise the statement. So how to prepare the statement? Here you can see the statement that volume of given mass of perfect gas varies inversely as the absolute pressure when the temperature is constant. Okay, so means volume proportional to 1 upon P. So if the volume proportional to 1 upon P, then what is the equation? It is PV is equal to constant, where P is the absolute pressure in a Pascal and V is a volume occupied by the gas in a meter cube. So if we consider, it is a statement here you can see in my cursor. Okay, then here it is a equation after the constant. If you put the constant, now what is the P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2? It is for the this diagram, and it is known as a PV diagram, pressure versus volume diagram. Okay, so it is a hyperbolic curve. Okay, Boyle's law. Now if we consider this is a state 1 and it is a state 2, then for state 1 what is the pressure? P1, and what is the volume? V1, and for the state 2 P2 V2. So here it is, you can say that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to constant. So it is the Boyle's law. Okay, so P proportional to 1 upon P, 1 upon V, it is a statement, and PV is equal to G, it is the equation of Boyle's law. Next is the Charles law. So here, if the gas is heated at a constant pressure, so here pressure is constant. So we have the 3 quantity, means pressure, volume and temperature. So here pressure is constant and the volume varies directly to the temperature, V proportional to T. So if we put the C, then here you can see that here I share one board, and from the board you can see that easily. Okay, so here I write the equation. V is equal to V proportional to T, means V by T, V upon T is equal to C. So it is known as Charles law. Okay, V by T is equal to C. So it is equation number 1. Okay. Now from the previous diagram, here we have to draw the diagram as well. So here you can see that. Okay, So this line it is for the pressure. Okay, this line it is for the pressure, and the second line I draw for the volume. Okay, here. So whenever we draw the diagram, write down here P and here V, pressure versus volume. So here volume and temperature are there, so pressure is constant. Okay, V upon T is equal to C. So how to draw the diagram for the Charles law? The pressure is constant, then the straight line are there. Okay, so one straight line, constant pressure line. Okay, so whenever I write down here the state 1 and here state 2, here state 1 and here state 2. So if we write down the equation from for the state 1 and state 2, then what is the equation? It is V1 by T1. Okay, V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. Is equation number 2. So this is means whatever you see in the board, it is in a whiteboard. Okay, so whatever you see in the whiteboard, it is the equation here. V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. It is the Charles law. So Boyle's law and Charles law are there, and the third law is, so now I close this board, and now you can see the presentation here. Combined case law. Okay, so here in combined case law, what you have to draw, combined means the two things are combined. Okay, Boyle's law and Charles law. So if I want to draw the diagram for this, then again I want to set the whiteboard, and first of all clear all the drawing. Now what is our first thing? There are no statement of the combined case law, so here we have to draw the diagram. So I know first of all I draw the diagram, pressure versus volume diagram. So because of combined Boyles and Charles, this line is okay like this. So vertical, this indicate the pressure. So here I write down the pressure, and here I write down the volume. Okay, so now either write down the Boyle's law first or Charles law first. Okay, whatever you want to. Don't go for the book. Okay, what is the easy way you can prepare? So first, if I draw the Charles law, then here it is line 1 to 2, and write down here 1 state 1 and state, it is state 1 and it is state 2. Charles law complete. Now draw one hyperbolic line from these two. Okay, again, so here some difficulty are there with the hyperbolic line, because in June there are some difficulty like this. Okay, so it is state 2 to state 3. So Boyle's law, it is Boyle's, it is Charles, and it is Boyle's law. So what is the equation of Boyle's law? Either you can write down here V by T is equal to constant. Here same, write down the equation. Okay, PV is equal to C. So whenever you write down the equation, it is a curve for the particular law. Okay. Then after you can draw here the pressure, means volume V1, V2, V3 with help of the line. Okay. So yeah, if I draw this line again, draw here one line, and third. So our drawing is complete now. So one by one here you can write down the V1, here you can write down the V2, here you can write down the V3. Same here you can write down the P3, here write down the P1 is equal to P2, P1 is equal to P2. So it is the diagram and here it is P3, P3. So it is the diagram and it is known as a which diagram? Pressure versus volume diagram. Okay. So how to derive the equation? One by one if we apply the law. So first if we apply for the Charles law for 1 to 2 state. So here I for simplicity here I make one like a table. Okay, so you can easily understand. First is for the for which state 1 to 2 and here it is for 2 to 3. So for 1 to 2 it is which law? Charles law. So if we apply the Charles law and we know V by T, so it is here V1 by T1. Okay, so you can easily understand it is V2 by T2. Okay, so it is equation number 1. Okay, now if we apply the for the second process, it is Boyle's law, then what is the equation? It is P2V2 P2V2 is equal to P3V3, equation number 2. Okay, now what is the next step? Here we can see that you can write down the V2 here. It is the next step. With the value of V2 it is P3V3 divided by it is P2. So now from the diagram you can see that what is P2? P2 is equal to P1. Okay, otherwise put the value of V2 means write down here the name of the equation is it is equation number 3. So now if you put the value of V2 here into equation number 1, then what happened? It is V1 by T1 is equal to what is V2? Here I write down the P3 V3 divided by. So here you can see that it is T2 and here it is P2. So I write down T3. Sorry, it is I write down here so you can easily understand here. Okay, V1 by 1 is equal to what is V2 from this equation? It is P3 divided by what is divided by it is T2 and it is P2. Okay, so from the equation from this diagram you can see that P2 is equal to P1. So here you can change. Okay, P2 is equal to P1 and what is T2? Here you can see that the temperature is constant. So either write down T2 or T3, both are same. So what is the changes? What are the changes? It is P3 is same, P3 is same, but what is divided by it is T1 and P1. So P1 it is from the diagram, T1 it is from the Boyle's law. Okay, so if you bifurcate and if you simplify the equation, it is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. Okay, so it is equation number that is T2. So you can directly write down the common equation PV by T is equal to C. It is main equation, equation number is 4, and it is known as a Boyle's combined gas. PV by T is equal to C. So if someone asks about the what is the equation of combined gas law, and it is PV by T is equal to C. Okay. And if you put the value of C, it is M into R. Then as we know, PV is equal to M R T. So it is another equation. Okay, so number 5. So if we extend the equation or simplify the equation again, then it is P equal to MRT, where M is equal to mass of gas and R is a universal gas. R is a gas constant. Okay, characteristics gas constant. So you can easily understand from this method. Okay, divide the table and one by one apply the law, Charles and Boyle's law. Then after find the value of V2 and put into equation number 1. Then you can get the combined gas law equation. Okay, so today we study about the only 3 law. One is Boyle's, one is Charles, and one is combined gas law. So it's my suggestion, only prepare the combined gas law so you can bifurcate the Charles V by T is equal to C and Boyle's PV is equal to C. Okay, and combined, separate out, then I only draw this diagram for the Charles, and for the combined gas law only draw PV is equal to C, this diagram. Okay, so now I close the things. Okay, thank you very much.